To do an Old Testament, I often will do an Old Testament study, and this is my homework in the Old Testament study. I will give them a chapter to read, and then in the chapter, I have the same Old Testament questions in all Old Testament and everywhere in the Old Testament. I say, okay, what does it say about God? What does it say about his character? What does it say about man? Who man is? Why is this story here in the order? Does that make sense? Why is Genesis 22 here as opposed to in Genesis 1? Why is John 3:16 where it's at as opposed to Genesis 1? Now that's a deep question, but it's worth pondering. There's a good reason why it's in the order. So sometimes you'll be like, why did God have this happen here? Okay, I might think of some more questions, but those are some of the general questions. I come up with 7. I gave you 4. Okay, what are my other few? But anyway, so when somebody reads something, if they just answer those simple questions, what does it say about God? What does it say about man? Why is this here? I'll have them retell the story. So a lot of the Old Testament is stories. But let me give you a general theme of the Bible. Because Old Testament many times is intimidating to people, and it should be the exact opposite. It should be the easiest one to do, to study with someone and to read. And the Bible is God's document that he uses to, it started off in Genesis 3 where he introduced the seed, right? Genesis 3:15, he says there's a seed coming. We've got, God was perfect, he made a perfect world, and man sinned, and God said, I'm going to introduce you to the seed. The seed is coming, and the seed is going to save you, right? Guess what? The whole entire Old Testament, you know what's about? Whole thing. Pointing toward the seed. So it's all trying to say, is this the seed? Why do we need the seed? When is it coming? Who could it be? All of Kings and Chronicles, you know what it is? Maybe this is the seed. No. Maybe this is the seed. No. You know, why does he get so mad at Esau? Because he despised the seed. He made light of the seed. You make light of the seed. Oh, bad idea. God will kill you. God, you're in trouble. So it's all about looking toward the seed. And then, the New Testament, the seed came. So all it's about how do we respond in light of the seed? And we're looking for the seed. So it's very simple. If you're pulling that theme through the book, you'll see if you're doing Old Testament, sort of look through these two themes. You'll find judgment and you'll find God's grace in every story. You'll find how God judges and how and also his grace in the story. If you look for that, you just sort of pull it through, you'll be like, oh yeah, here it is again. Here it is again. Here's the theme again. It keeps coming through. He judges and he gives grace.